This is Slasher here at Day 3 of the MLG Spring Championships in Anaheim. I'm here with Evil Genius's HuK, who had tough losses to both NaNiWa and his stats to finish his weekend here at MLG. HuK, are you okay with your performance?
Obviously, I'm not happy about it. I lost to two pretty good players, but I think I should have beat both, so obviously I'm not happy. I don't think anybody should be happy with that kind of result, but just looking to the future.
I mean, coming into this event, did you have any realistic expectations on how well that you think you're going to play?
I didn't really set any expectations. I'm kind of more focused on WCS than this. Even though MLG is a nice tournament, the prize pool wasn't as big as I think everyone expected. The format was kind of, it's like fun, but it's not really consistent. I mean, you could lose two best-of-3s and be out. So I didn't really expect anything, but obviously I didn't perform as well as I thought. And I wasn't setting like, oh, I need to win this tournament kind of expectations.
You had a pretty close match against Stats, though. Kesla player that the three over here all did pretty well. You think that one could have won either way?
Yeah, for sure. I got to get more confident with my macro game. The game that actually went really long, and it was 3 base versus 3 base, was the game I beat him. And then the two really fast ending games under like 12 minutes, he won. So I just got to get more comfortable with macro builds, but I really hate the NA ladder. It's really shitty. I can do whatever I want and I win within 12 minutes, so it's not really good practice. So I got to try to force myself to practice those longer games to just be confident going into them.
Now, the other match that you lost, of course, was against NaNiWa. We spoke to NaNiWa after he beat you. He said some unfavorable comments about you and how he went into approaching that game. How did you think about going into that game against NaNiWa? We asked him if some people considered you two a rivalry. He didn't think so. Do you think so either?
Yeah, I think we're pretty big rivals. It's more personal than game-wise, though. We used to actually be pretty good friends, and we had a big falling out that me and him both know what it's about. I obviously really wanted to win, and if I lost, I'd feel a lot worse than if I lost to someone else. But you know, it's disappointing to see him talk shit because I've beaten him many times at MLG, Home Story Cup, whatever, even in the finals of some stuff, and I never said he was a bad player, but it is what it is. I mean, he knows what it is in person. He won't say shit to me in person to person. He apologized in Korea. Like, he only talks shit when he can, and he's just a really big coward, and I obviously don't like him.
Well, this MLG event was a kind of return to old form. We have the open bracket here, just an open bracket. We don't have group play. We don't have a qualifier system into a LAN event. What do you think about this type of old format, knowing that we've had a new system for the past year or two?
I like it. It's really exciting. The part that sucks is obviously if you lose two best-of-3s, you're out, and you could get like a really good bracket like NaNiWa did, or you could get a really bad bracket like some of the Kespa players got. I think Deer and Stats had to play like round 2 or round 3, which is kind of painful for them because they're probably two of the best players here. So that's the downsides and the good sides of both. But I had fun. And I think it was fun for most players to take it back to that old style, especially players that don't get invited to group play or pool play or, you know, later parts of the tournament. Everybody kind of started at ground zero, so I think a lot of people enjoyed it.
Would you rather they continue to keep on this old school format, or would you like to see a return of either the group stage or an online qualifier into maybe a smaller LAN event?
I really don't care. I like both. I think this is funner just because a lot more people get to play, and you know, you get to see people. They get a chance at making a name for themselves instead of, you know, seeing, you know, 10 Kespa players and then like the same old people at the top. So I think I'd rather see this, but obviously I'm in a favorable position if they do the other one too. So it doesn't really matter.
The other kind of story here about StarCraft is not just the tournament system, but where the stage is being held and the kind of the game compared to the other games, League of Legends and Call of Duty, that are here, even though it's not supposed to be really a comparison between them. Do you have any thoughts about, you know, current StarCraft 2 situation, at least in MLG?
As far as I heard, and I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about this or not, but as far as I heard, MLG got they took a big loss on the WCS, so they were planning on making this event like 75K like they did the others, but because they lost so much money from WCS, they had to downsize it. I don't know what, you know, if that's just an excuse that came up because it was easy to use or it was actually the reason, but Either way, I hope MLG invests more in the next events. I know they were planning on doing like a big final at Vegas maybe, and all these different big question marks. So I just hope they do more, because otherwise, DreamHack and these other events are going to seem a lot better.
Lastly, you said you're going to be focusing on WCS as of right now. Next season, a lot riding on the line here in Season 2, especially trying to get those points to make it to the finals at BlizzCon. What are you doing to prepare for this season? How do you think about your chances?
It's kind of weird. I'm just gonna play a lot of ladder and focus on playing macro games. But I play my teammate to Muslim actually first, and we sit like within 10 feet of each other at the layer. So it'll be kind of strange, but just take it one step at a time. Try to get out of the first group. Focus on my opponents there, and then just overall improve my gameplay. Biggest thing I think is I just need to gain confidence in going late game.
Well, thank you, HuK, and good luck at WCS.
Thank you. You too. Not at WCS though. At interviewing, I guess.
Stay tuned to GameSpot.com/esports for coverage all weekend long of the MLG Spring Championships.